We're going through a transition in the economy like we've not seen since the Industrial Revolution, and it's an information transition. Information and data is now more valuable than oil, and it's the most valuable commodity in the world, and there are a lot of policy implications. That's why this panel was so important for me as a policymaker, to learn about the good upsides and what we need to do to leverage augmented intelligence and artificial intelligence, and what we need to do to manage the downside. And there's policy in both ends that we have to deal with. You know, the battle for artificial intelligence is going to be a battle between the United States and China of who leads it. And artificial intelligence is going to have great impact on our economy. It can make the American economy competitive with countries that have much lower labor rates, much less regulation, because it can allow us to leverage every individual employee in every company to do the most they can and be really productive. So it's going to be a game changer for the American economy, which is great news. It has some potential downsides, and that's that it could result in the automation of some jobs. And we need to realize that there are things we need to do as policymakers to lean into that and make sure that we are creating policies for job training for people that might potentially be outsourced, to create a revenue stream to help those people, but also to create privacy policies and privacy protections that protect every American's data.
So as a region, we're experiencing a lot of growth and a lot of change. With that change, we've worked a lot together in regards to transportation technologies. So we came together as a region on the Smart City Grant Challenge, and through that Columbus Way collaborative work, we won the Smart City Challenge and working together on Smart Columbus. We're also leaning in on Hyperloop technologies, and another item is artificial intelligence. And through our discussions on Congressman Stiver's roundtables, we know this is going to directly impact 20% of our workforce directly and the other 80% indirectly. And so how can we effectively utilize this technology as we transition? Because there are a lot of benefits to it. These sophisticated algorithms, recognizing those patterns and then arming our businesses and our local governments and our people with that knowledge has a lot of benefits. So from a MORPC lens, we do a lot of work when it comes to transportation safety and congestion and mitigating congestion, and then also local government resource allocation. So in partnership with COTA, who recently just submitted a grant, is working with the federal government in the hopes of getting that grant to reduce congestion in Central Ohio, which will also decrease single occupancy vehicles, improving our environment, having that access, that mobility access, to make it easier to go to school, to make it easier to go to the library, to make it easier to go to see your doctor. So there are a lot of benefits to artificial intelligence that can help mitigate a lot of things or enhance one's quality of life. What's important is that we also look at it from a workforce lens, that this transitioning to this new type of technology can have a negative impact on some of our lives. But to close on that is we shouldn't be reluctant to embrace these technologies. Columbus is a growing region. We have a lot of things that are going really, really well, but it's also important that we work together, lean in on these technologies, not be afraid to fail, but at the same time realize that this can have both positive and negative effects on the quality of life for people.